Hello everyone, today we're looking at the 1.0.1 patch notes for the Kindred Fates Arena Beta. The first patch for the Combat Arena Beta is here. The main focus this time was to address common feedback as well as bugs and particularly nasty crashes. Apologies for how long this patch took to get out, but now it's out, let's take a look. Starting things off, we have new features. A new save system allows up for 5 save files at once. The 5 most recent saves. These will display after clicking continue on the main menu so long as you have more than one save. The game now auto saves when going through dialogue, capturing kinfolk, or starting an ether run. Reloading a save now places you in a general area you saved in, Camp, Emberwood Valley, or Emberwood Forest. That is a pretty nice quality of life, I would say. All playable kinfolk now have a chance to spawn at or before Wave 16 of Ether Run, excluding Kainite and Bear, which can only be obtained from Evolving Goblin. This should allow players to more easily bond with the whole roster even if they can't reach later waves. Lock-on camera immediately stops following the target if it has hit 0 health and the target is not a summoner kinfolk. In this case, it stays locked on to focus on the next summoner's kinfolk. The mystery box in Ether Run now displays a message when changing location instead of just vanishing, and ability paintings and a statue in Ether Run now display a message when used saying what they did. Some balance changes. Improvements to NPC targeting with our large groups of NPCs. Increased fire songs cooldown from 1 to 10 seconds. I think that was much needed. Solid Murder's Ether Run AI is now more aggressive. Now there's a small chance for Cypher to spawn during waves 6 to 9. Skulking using Caustic Cloud less often in the early / mid waves. Auburn's combat AI uses Scorch less in Ether Run and does not shield. Haze now restocks the shop every 3 rounds instead of 2. Medallion's item damage dropped from plus 25 to plus 15. This was to make it more in line with Black Mass that deals plus 30%. Kinfolk captured in Ether Run now have their level reduced to match your highest kinfolk's level if captured kinfolk was at a higher level. And then we go into the bug fixes. Thank you so much for everyone who's reported bug reports on Discord, and many of these bugs would have been much more difficult to fix without you. Several fixes to reduce crashes across the board, including infinite loops when projectiles or minions are near an NPC, such as when a player's Wicked Thorn, Scorch, etc. are near an NPC. When Restless spawns above round 30 of Ether Run, using the ability Shockwave in certain circumstances. Several changes to improve performance during Ether Run. Fixed a bug that would cause a corrupted save file when an autosave triggered while the player was reviving kinfolk at a shrine. Removed the level limit on capturing kinfolk in Ether Run. Fixed a few spots in Ether Run where the kinfolk were getting stuck. Fixed controller inputs on the main menu, sometimes causing 2 character models to appear in the same character creation, as well as not properly loading saves. Fixed kinfolk bond being reset to 0 after they die or are retrieved from the storage box. Fixed ability shard stacking when exiting Ether Run. Fixed food items found at bandit camps not being usable. Fixed ability icons changing opacity or being blacked out unintentionally. That was pretty helpful because sometimes I couldn't tell if I'd unlocked the ability in Ether Run or if an ability was on cooldown or what was going on with that. So that's probably one of my favorite bug fixes so far. I mean, I know the crashes are very important, I just didn't really see them myself. So to me personally, that's one of my favorites. Fixed the basic aim reticule turning partially red during combat. Fixed the shop UI cutting off the last item in each list. This was hiding Black Mask. Fixed scrolling inputs being backwards in UI windows. NPCs are less likely to get stuck if they are pushed off their navigation path. Status effects are now removed when Ether Run ends. Entering Ether Run now changes the time to 12 PM to avoid it being way too dark in the fog. Haze now requires you to have at least 1 kinfolk to enter Ether Run. Fix the bug that breaks Ether Run if you don't have a kinfolk in the first slot of your team. Fix the bug that caused swapping abilities on a focused kinfolk to break their shield until they swap to another kinfolk. Corrected a typo in Scorch's ability description. Fixed UI shops not showing the correct description for the hovered element. Improved UI scrolling inputs and improved how it draws for 16 by 10 and ultra wide resolutions. Fixed loading gatherables in Emberwood Valley. Fixed interactable objects not usable when summoning a kinfolk near them. Fixed interactable objects pop-up being stuck active if you recall a kinfolk while pop-up is active. Fixed a bug involving interacting with the statue in the Ether Run while having an empty slots in your team. fixed a bug that left HP above max after leaving Ether Run, fixed kinfolk like Salamurder having their HP above max when captured, and fixed how bushes draw further distances, and fixed the Avion's combat AI causing it to run into walls. Non-exhaustive list of known issues. Phantom kinfolk don't have their phantom skin when set in follow or multiplayer. In some instances, held items aren't brought in multiplayer. This pain that couldn't be fixed for me. I basically don't really want to play PvP until that gets fixed, because that's really bad. I didn't really realize how much items mattered until I didn't have them. So I'm looking forward to that getting fixed. Kinfolk nicknames aren't always displayed in some conversations. Interact will pop up, still don't show correctly if the interact key is rebound. Teleport does not break lock properly. Kinfolk will never try to evolve again if you cancel evolution for the first time. Rhyhorn is missing Restless Eyes. Ripple's effect in Ether Run stays on kinfolk after they respawn. HP numbers on enemy health bars don't reflect damage taken. EV assignment menu cannot be interacted with a controller. Pathfinding issues and NPCs still getting stuck in Ether Run, although improvements were made in this patch. And that's it for our very first beta patch of May 19th, 2025. I look forward to seeing what else the beta offers, and look really forward to early access, and I hope you all do as well. Until next time, so Monstertaming signing off. Hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye, God bless, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.